O'Leary. I'm the Regional Business Development Manager for the Midwest here at CTC. Today, I'll be giving a very brief webinar on vibration monitoring for the paper and pulp industries. So just a little bit of background on CTC ourselves. We are a manufacturing facility located outside of Rochester, New York, out in Western New York. We've been a privately owned family company for the past 25 years. We were founded in 1995. We manufacture a wide array of different vibration analysis hardware. So everything from accelerometers to cables and connectors to junction boxes, proximity probes, and all kinds of accessories in between. All of our products were designed and tested to real-world demands of industrial environments. We take great pride in the robustness of our products. All of our products are compatible with all the major data collectors, analyzers, and online systems as well. All right, so paper mills are huge operations with a lot of moving parts and critical machinery. Nowadays, productivity is measured down by the minute, and an unplanned shutdown could seriously affect a plant's operations as well as their bottom line. The role of a vibration monitoring program is to limit the amount of machine failures and to maximize energy efficiency and operational capacity. Now, anybody who's actually been inside of a paper mill can tell you that they have some very extreme conditions and tight areas. A lot of hot areas and a lot of very dangerous areas as well. CTC recognizes this, and over the past 25 years of working with maintenance managers in paper mills as well as vibration analysts who work with those mills, we are able to develop a series of products that can solve and provide solutions to the unique set of problems that paper mills present. The first section we'll focus on is the drier sections of mills, also known as the hot end. Most drier sections operate in temperatures that would cause most accelerometers to break down over time. Because of this, CTC designed our high temperature series of accelerometers. So all of the accelerometers shown on this page right here can operate in temperatures up to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see here, the AC207 is our top exit single axis option. It is our standard 100 millivolt per G accelerometer. The AC208 is the same thing, just with a side exit. That is just for clearance issues if you have a tight spot. Finally, the AC288 right there is just the M8 version if you are using that. The next section of the paper mill we'll cover is the forming section, also known as the wet end. This is another portion of paper mills that have presented challenges to vibration analysts in the past. This is because of the constant fluid and barrage of chemicals in these areas that make them very messy and hard to monitor. Because of this, CTC, we developed our Viton boots. Viton is resistant to most industrial chemicals. So everything from like fuels to oils, lubricants, and most mineral acids, it should be resistant to. And they are also IP68 rated and fully submergible. So these have Viton locking thread rings inside of them that seal out any moisture at all. These were actually designed specifically for the wet end of paper mills and cooling towers, and they're currently tens of thousands of them used across domestic United States and internationally as well right now. For this end, if you don't need a high temperature accelerometer, you can feel free to use one of our standard accelerometers. Here on the left, this is one of our flagship products, the AC192. This is a fantastic single access 100 millivolt per G general purpose accelerometer. It's designed to work for almost any application. This accelerometer we have here on the right is our high frequency ultrasound accelerometer. This is one of the most popular newer products that we have out right now. It functions like a regular 100 millivolt per G accelerometer, except it has a frequency response that goes all the way up to 25 kilohertz, which is what specifies it as an ultrasound sensor. We designed it specifically with a high amplitude natural resonance, so it can also be used for stress wave measurement techniques as well. All of our casings on all of our accelerometers and sensors are all built from 316L stainless steel, which is chlorine resistant, so they will not corrode during any kind of washdown. Here on this next page, you can see the side exit version of the AC192, the AC194, and you can also see one of our triaxial accelerometers, the TREA330. The triax is the same thing as a single axis accelerometer, except it can give you all three axes of vibration at once, so X, Y, and Z, all in a single accelerometer. Last year in January, we just redesigned our accelerometers, and our new ones are very exciting. They're lighter, smaller, have better specs, and are more robust than our previous models, but we are offering them for the same exact price. So those have been very popular as well, and we do have plans in the future to expand the available line of triaxial accelerometers. As far as standard cabling that we recommend for use in the paper mills, we go with our CB111 cable. This is FEP jacketed, which is comparable to a Chemours Teflon brand. This is resistant to almost all industrial chemicals, and it's also good for use up to 392 degrees Fahrenheit. So these will be great for your standard accelerometers, as well as those high temperature accelerometers. And on the right hand side, you will see the armored cable variant, and that cable armor you can select to protect physical damage from occurring to your cabling, if that is a concern. Another interesting offering we have for certain applications is our dual output accelerometers. So these operate the same way as our other 100 millivolt per G single axis accelerometers. They give you the same dynamic acceleration data, but these ones have an extra pin at the top. You'll see these are 3-pin, not 2-pin accelerometers, and that extra pin will actually give you a temperature reading output. So these are great for applications that require both vibration and temperature data. It allows you to get it all done in one easy accelerometer. Because of that extra pin located on the dual output accelerometers, we do have special connectors and cables for that extra channel of output, as seen here. And we also have Viton boot connectors for that configuration as well. Moving on to our continuous monitoring 4 to 20 output solutions. So for some of your more critical assets, you might want to consider continuous monitoring of their vibration data. These products we have here will help you do that. The first one here on your left, our signal conditioner. This you can actually wire up one of our regular accelerometers up to, and it will take the dynamic output that they usually give out, and it will convert it over to a 4 to 20 output that can be run back to your PLC. So signal conditioners are a great favorite amongst vibration analysts because they give you the best of both worlds. You can get that 4 to 20 constant monitoring of your vibration levels, but that BNC plug on the outside of the front is fully isolated, and it will allow you to also pull your dynamic vibration data from there as well. So you can go up to your analyzer and get your FFT and your time waveform, and you can also have your 4 to 20 output go right back to your PLC system. They're also field configurable. So there's a panel that you can pop off the back, and inside you'll see a series of dip switches. We have an online configurator on our website where you can punch in the specifications you will need to monitor for the machine you're using, and it will show you the exact configuration of the internal dip switches you will need to meet that specification. So these are great because they're field selectable. They can be moved to other machines over time if you so desire. The second product we have on the screen in the middle is our MVR 1000 relay and protection system. This runs actually off a lot of the same principles as the signal conditioner. This will allow you to take regular accelerometers and run them back to this enclosure, and it can convert them to 4 to 20 output. The main difference being this enclosure also includes a local display. So this can show you your vibration levels locally on a junction box. So if something is above an alarm level, an analyst out on his routes can see it immediately and alert whoever needs to know. These also have BNC outputs on the front as well, just like the signal conditioners, that will allow you to pull that dynamic data if you wish. On the right-hand side, you'll see an example of one of our loop-powered sensors. These sensors are not field selectable like our signal conditioner. They are all configured while they are being built, but they will give you just a 4 to 20 output. So for things where you're just looking to constantly monitor the vibration level, these are a great cost-effective option. Okay, so moving on to some of our junction boxes. I believe there are two main benefits to permanently mounting your sensors and running them back to a junction box. The first being the health and safety of the technician taking readings. In paper mills especially, they have a lot of dangerous and hazardous areas. So permanently mounting sensors and then running the cables out to a junction box in a safe location will allow your technician to take his readings in peace, without having to worry about any heat or hazardous areas. The second biggest benefit to permanently mounting your sensors to a junction box is the actual quality of the vibration data itself. Permanently mounting a sensor assures that you're taking measurements from the same exact part of the machine each time. This will greatly increase the accuracy of your trended data. Permanently mounting a sensor will usually give you a much better frequency response than portably mounting anything with a magnet. That's just due to magnets and larger mounting apparatuses just dampening down some of that vibration and adding more noise to your overall readings. So to get into our junction boxes, on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see the JB series switch box. These are flagship switch boxes that we offer right now. They include a 12-channel switch, but you can get up to 4 panels in a box, so you can get up to 48 channels of vibration being monitored. The channel switch allows you to change from a sensor taking vibration readings. And in the top left corner, you'll see a bias indicator light, a bias voltage indicator light. These are really neat because it'll actually let you know when a sensor is settled down after you've powered it up by switching to its channel. Anyone who's used switch boxes before knows that when you change to a new channel of vibration, you have to give it a second or two to settle down, or else you'll get a ski slope reading on your accelerometer when it's saturated. To combat this, we've included an indicator light that will give you a green signal when your vibration data is ready to be taken, and it'll give you an orange or red signal if it is not ready, or if there's a break or open circuit in your cable. These boxes also feature a flip forward panel, so that black panel can flip forward and all the cable terminations are actually done in the back. So whoever's taking the data doesn't have any opportunities to dislodge or break any of those. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see our MX102. This is a version of one of our Max boxes. It is a slightly less sophisticated version of our switch box. So you will see here, you will have different channels of vibrations terminated in the front, and to switch the channels that you're taking your vibration reading from, you'll actually just plug into the next channel's BNC output. On this page over on the left-hand side, you'll see our CRHT102. This is our cable reduction box. It'll allow you to terminate a number of different cables from different accelerometers into this junction box and then run a multi-paired cable out the back into your PLC system. Over on the right-hand side, you will see our signal conditioner enclosure. So this will allow you to mount up to 8 signal conditioners inside. It includes a power source to power those signal conditioners and also a output for your 4 to 20 to run back to your PLC, while also giving you access to the BNCs on those signal conditioners if you wish to take that dynamic vibration data as well. To get into some of the mounting hardware for permanently mounted sensors, over on the right-hand side, you'll see our MH117 accelerometer installation toolkit and spot-facing kit. So these will allow you to directly mount your accelerometers directly onto your machine. This is what we recommend you do wherever possible. This will give you the absolute best frequency response out of your accelerometers. The next best thing we recommend, where drilling and tapping into your machine is not possible or available, is using one of our adhesive mounting pads. So we have the MH101 over there for example. You would just slap some epoxy down on the bottom of that disc, put it on your machine where you'd like to mount your sensor, and then just screw your sensor directly onto that pad. That will give you still a very good frequency response and a pretty easy mounting solution. And then in the middle, you'll see our MH1092A. That is just one of our standard epoxy kits. I usually recommend using one kit for about 5 to 10 mounting pads, and it will allow you to hold your mounting hardware in place. And on this last page here, we have just an example of some of the portable magnets we offer as well for portable readings. So on the left-hand side, you'll see our flat surface magnet. We offer these magnets in a variety of different sizes, as well as pull strengths to meet any kind of portable application you may need. On the right-hand side, you can see we also offer 2-rail magnets. Those are for use on non-flat surfaces. And we also have a wide variety of different sizes and pull strengths for those as well. Now, everything you just saw is all backed by the CTC unconditional lifetime warranty. So what that means is that if any of your accelerometers, cables, connectors ever fail, or if they're ever destroyed by an accident or by a mistake or anything at all, they can always be sent back into the CTC facility for a repair or replacement for no cost. When we say unconditional, we truly mean unconditional, whether it be a fire, whether it be a mistake where a cable gets cut, or whether it be an electrician who's having a bad day who takes a hammer to one of your switch boxes. As long as we can verify it's a CTC product, we will repair and replace that for no cost. So please do not throw out any of your CTC hardware. Lastly, CTC has one of the best support staffs in the entire industry. If you have any questions at all, or if you'd like to discuss any of the topics I went over in this webinar further, please feel free to reach out to one of our sales managers. They would be more than happy to walk you through any questions you may have or to help assist you with your vibration monitoring program. Also, please feel free to access our website, which is ctconline.com. From everyone here at CTC, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this webinar. Have a great rest of your day.